H-A-T. It's in the name.
Welcome into the Helping Healing Humor podcast with Ben and Travis. We're going to talk some staying alive. Staying alive. Disco Dodgeball tournament right after these important messages. This episode of the Helping Healing Humor podcast is brought to you by the 2023 Heritage event on Saturday, August 26th, featuring an incredible night of music from the frontmen of Country, the Secret Sisters, and Cadence Baker. General admission tickets and table sponsorships are available for purchase. For more information, visit www.hcu.edu. The mission of Heritage Christian University is simple. They aim to advance the churches of Christ by equipping servants through undergraduate and graduate programs. HCU produces effective communicators of the gospel, focusing on evangelism and a commitment to Scripture. Heritage Christian University offers the following degrees: Associate of Arts in Biblical Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Biblical Studies, Master of Arts, Master of Ministry, and Master of Divinity. HCU is accredited by the Association for Biblical Higher Education and is an associate member of the Association of Theological Schools. Since 1968, Heritage Christian University has offered affordable degrees in biblical studies, allowing graduates to thrive in their ministries without the burden of loan debt. For the fall 2023 semester, HCU is offering full tuition scholarships for graduate-level students. For more information about Heritage Christian University or the annual Heritage event, visit www.hcu.edu. I'm Travis Creasy. That's All-Pro Counselor Ben Hayes.
And that is our tech guru, Will Mahan, over there on that side.
What is up, fellas?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about y'all?
It has been a busy day.
Some of us waited a whole nother week to start school, and then we want to complain about how rough the day's been, right? And, well, I got you. We started last Thursday, and this is Thursday as we record this, and getting ready for a little Friday night football to return to Riverside tomorrow night. And then it's going to be full, straight on, nothing but dodgeball. I know you guys are just looking forward to all those text messages we're going to
can't wait
getting. But yeah, we want to talk a little dodgeball preview, talk a little bit about last year, talk about what we're expecting this year. Shout out to you, Tristan Webster, for registering a team today. Technically our first registered team. We have a lot of teams committed saying they're coming, but first registered. So there you go, Tristan. You get the gold star. I would say what their team name is going to be. I don't know that I've seen that email yet, but we're excited to smash each other with dodgeballs. And, of course, the reason we're doing it, right, Ben, is to raise money for Team Ben and Travis for St. Jude.
That's exactly right. Every year for the last, 4 years, Will? We've ran, and then the last year we had a really big team, did a really good job raising money. Had a good time when we went up there. I don't know how big our team's going to be this year, but we got some of the usuals, and the four of us that are going to be helping specifically with the tournament. Travis and Will, myself, and Josh Thorne has been putting in some legwork to get us some teams too. Yeah. And so Josh is jumping in there and helping out with it. Josh really runs laps around me when it comes to running. And there's a lot of folks that jump in there. What is the amount of runners that they say is there? Is it 20,000 and then there's like 40,000 total in Memphis during the run, or am I off on that?
No, I think that's pretty close. I think the one thing I'd heard last year was like 40,000 spectators.
Okay, so maybe the spectators themselves, yeah.
Yeah, I think the spectators was like double the amount of runners, so you may have been right on, in that.
All I know is if you're standing in the road about to run, I was like in J corral, so there's a corral for every letter and maybe even more. And as far as you can see in front of you is people, and as far as you can see behind you is people. And it is packed.
Which makes it awesome because you're never going to be last.
That's true. I mean, somebody was.
Somebody did.
But it wasn't me this year.
Right.
Well, the cool thing is it doesn't start your bib number starts your race when you cross the finish line. So technically, even if you started in A, you don't know, those other guys behind you, they have a different time. So you kind of feel better about it at least.
Yeah.
So,
well, the headquarters for this whole dodgeball that's coming up this weekend as this releases is benandtravis.com/dodgeball. You can just donate straight to the team and we'll love you. Of course, you should donate to me before you donate to Ben because it'd be better for me to get my 4,000 before him. Either way, whoever gets there first, we're going to start helping the other one. I know Will's helping us raise money for ours. Josh Thorne, I think, is doing 4,000 too. And so it's going to be a big weekend. And so there's all kinds of ways that you can help us. You can just straight up donate. You can't be there in your human body, cannot be
in the
gym.
flesh.
Yeah, I was looking for the word there. You can donate at benandtravis.com/dodgeball. You can donate to get in to watch in person. You can watch the live stream. You can buy the t-shirt. We'll ship you the shirt and all proceeds will go beginning the 13th, which will be a few days ago when this releases. All proceeds from benandtravis.com/store will go to our St. Jude raising money for the week. We had a big success for Craig Ray, raised over $300 for his medical fund. And so that the week leading up to Dodgeball, everything in our store, every bit of money that we make will go to our St. Jude teams. So there's all kinds of ways. Of course, we would much rather you show up. Even as an individual, you can register for $10 to smash someone else with the dodgeball. We will place you on a team. I'm sure his team would gladly adopt you. We can put you on the Riverside team, but you can get an opportunity to play. Of course, we'd love you to bring up to 10 individuals for your roster. It is 6v6. And I don't know, guys, what are we going to do? I had some of the Highland Park guys from the Braves Bros say that it was unfair that they had to set somebody in the adult league when they play teenagers. I don't know. Maybe we need to discuss that.
I think they're just wimps. I just need to get over it.
Oh, called out right there.
It's like, come on. I mean, my team was me and 5 high school girls. So you're really saying, like, you're really Braves Bros?
Did they win it? Did the Braves Bros win it?
They won the adult league. Yes, they didn't win the whole thing.
Oh, they won the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so, I mean, to me, they're still a little upset that they lost to teenagers. Personally,
it's possible.
Yeah.
I think the argument might be, as I would have that argument if I were them, is, I'm not in peak shape like teenagers are. So, I need a breather every now and then.
Maybe once we get out of the round robin, we might let them keep 6, but I think they have to prove themselves in the round robin. Of course, once we get out of the round robin, we add different levels, right? And so in one round, we add the bowling pins, and you could knock those down to win. You don't have to get everybody out. You knock down the bowling pins. Or, as Mr. Half Court himself, Will Mayan, proved last year, you can go downtown, and we put the goals in. And if you make one in the goal, it's game over. It doesn't matter how many players you've got, as long as you got one still in. And so, Will, just take us through that. If you can transport us back to a year ago, what was your thought process in the half court shot?
Yeah, I'm still mad that we lost because that was the championship. And it was the Defenders of Equal Rights, which was our team with all the girls, versus all the RCA chumps up there talking a bunch of smack. So, they had some really athletic guys. And so I think we'd gotten down to like me and Annalise, who had gotten pretty much everybody in the tournament out by catching it. So shout out to the All-State goalie there. So I just knew we had to do something. So we're just heaving them as best we can. I think we said the rule was if it touched the backboard and they called it, you weren't out. So I was like, well, I know I can at least hit the backboard, pretty much on every throw. So it was kind of just I tried to bank it, and I think I ended up swooshing it. I think it was nothing but net. So just, another little variable in there that makes it pretty interesting because you can be down to 2 people versus, 6 and win the game. So it kind of messes with you a little bit of how you're gonna play the game. And so I think we we were playing best of 5 or best of 7, and we were down a game. So we had to go for broke. So we went for it. I think I missed like 17 before I made the one.
Yeah.
So
But you don't talk about those, right?
I don't know. I don't know that it's that impressive. Maybe
Well,
luck of the
to add a little bit of impressiveness, it was under the lights of disco lights.
That's
so
true.
It was dark. I'm going to hopefully, if I can remember, I'm going to buy some more. So it'll be a little more light, a little more disco light to work with. But it was in the clutch. I'm just going to go tell you, it was amazing. Both Ben and I on commentary lost our minds. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
A great highlight reel. You got to have one of those. So, yeah, those are the things.
The bowling pins I never played dodgeball when you set those up. So that caused like a whole, because I know a couple of teams got out there, didn't guard the pins, and the game was over in 30 seconds, because you just don't think about it and how you're going to play it. So I like throwing in the different advantages, disadvantages for the different rounds. Spices things up a little bit.
Well, you had the All-State goalie who you plopped right in front of the pin, and it was just death. I dare you to throw it over there. And some people took you up on it, and it was a mistake.
And she is still as mad today as she was when we lost and came in second last year. So I'm feeling real good about our chances,
Motivation.
That's right.
I think there's some Riverside kids that are a little fearful. I don't know. Some of them aren't making the trip again. And I'm like, come on.
So she had like posters of the pictures of those guys holding the wrench in like her workout facility, just to dun, 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 dun.
80s music going.
That's right. I love it.
So we had the Golden Wrench. The Brave Bros took home the adult championship, Golden Wrench. Of course, I've got the Golden Wrench youth division in my room, clamped down on the bookshelf. And so it's over there. And that's just a reminder, Ben, we got to pick up some more of those and paint them gold. So we got to make sure we're doing that. And yeah, the registration's important, especially like if you're bringing teenagers and you're going to have to get some adults to sign off a waiver, making sure it's okay that we throw little soft, squishy balls at their face. And if they fall backwards, they don't rock their head. So you got to get those waivers done. Otherwise, we can't let you play. So get those done. Of course, if you're an adult team, you can sign for yourself. So that's great. And so it'll be a free for all. Of course, got to shout out Challenge Youth Conference, Transform Ladies Conference, both presenting sponsors. And so it is the Stayin' Alive Disco Dodgeball presented by Challenge Youth Conference and the Transform Ladies Conference as well.
Transform is a word that describes what women do. We transform from sisters to best friends, from girlfriends to wives, from wives to mothers, mothers to grandmothers. Women are constantly evolving into a new role, a beautiful, challenging role. Much like our titles, our spiritual lives transform as well. While always a student of the word, some are called to be teachers, mentors, servants, and disciples. Transform Ladies Conference aims to bless every phase of your Christian walk. Come join us on September 8th through 10th in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee for a delightful weekend full of truth, God's love, Christian fellowship, and fun. www.tlcladies.org. Contact JJ Davenport. info@tlcladies.org.
So be sure to check them out. We've got 3-Chord Counseling that I believe they are the Golden Wrench sponsor, the trophy presentation sponsorship. And of course, we got a few more, Ben. Help me out here.
PTC, Performance Torque Converters. Did I get that right, Will?
Yes.
That's one of our elders and his wife and several others that are involved there. They are sponsoring. We also have Clear Choice Windows coming in, helping us out as a sponsorship. I know that Quench is going to be there. They have said they're going to be there making some drinks and refreshments for those who are participating. I mean, anybody, and the proceeds that they get from that, some of those proceeds are going to go towards it as well. Mark Eady has also come on as a sponsor for that. He is here in Tuscumbia, the Colbert County, and so we're glad that Mark has come on board as well.
I was going to make sure we hit the county clerk there. We had to.
County clerk, that's right.
We'll shout out to Studio 23, who's signed up to sponsor. They're on the back of the T-shirt, which leads me to the next point. We will have some T-shirts, and you can get the little dodgeball man and take him home with you, along with all of our wonderful, amazing sponsors on the back of that T-shirt. And, of course, everything purchased, all proceeds, profits will go to St. Jude. Team Ben and Travis for St. Jude as we try to raise that money. And, of course, Ben, that has a connection to you. You have benefited, of course, your son Cypress, who was our whistler to start the first match last year. And I think he enjoyed that a little bit.
I think so too. I think he'll probably want to jump back in there again with it this time, I would assume. But yeah, we've benefited from St. Jude, his surgeries. So we just like to give back just because it's such a great place. There are a lot of folks who are struggling way bigger and way more than we did in those times. It's scary. And so it takes so much of a burden off of people when there are those who will, jump in there and help pay those bills. And that's what St. Jude does. They get people to donate. They get people to, run, to do these different things. There's all sorts of good things that people do and donate the money to St. Jude. While we're thinking about St. Jude, and you mentioned Studio 23, I think it's appropriate that we ask our folks to be in prayer for April Houghton, who is one of the owners at Studio 23, has recently been diagnosed with breast cancer. It sounds as though the prognosis is good and that they're going to be able to treat that, but still running some tests and different things. And so we appreciate her being willing to sponsor. This isn't the first year that she has helped us with some of our stuff, but we want to be in prayer for her family. She has 7 kids herself. And so we want to be praying for their family as they go through this kind of scary time.
Yeah, you will not meet cooler people on the face of the planet than the Houghton clan and talented. Just go ahead and throw Larry in there and Karen, of course. They're all super talented, JJ, and just awesome people. I think Cooper was in the tournament last year along with, I'm sure, a sibling or two, right? They just jump in there.
Maybe. Yeah, I think so. I think
that was a lot of fun. And they probably had some great intros. If you don't tune in for anything, any other action, right? Tune in for the intros where we do our best WWE intros that we can with the spotlight, the disco lights. And of course, for the live stream, we have to give a shout out to our main man over at Heritage Christian University. Also, one of the guys at Ministry League, Caleb Sampson. And he's planning on joining us live streaming, broadcasting. We'll be doing that once again at benandtravis.com/dodgeball. We should have it on Facebook, at least TikTok, and possibly YouTube. So be looking out there. We may do a little giveaway on our live stream, may put some stuff out there. So you might walk away a winner long distance.
There you go. And I'm kind of a fan. I think that we should, this is just me, but I think that we might ought to give some sort of small prize at least to some of the best intros that people do as they walk out. I don't know. It might be a candy bar, but we're going to do something. I think that we need to challenge our folks to spice it up a little.
I mean, we had the worm last year. I mean, we had the worm. So, and then I think Cole Kelly was hitting the gritty or something. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah. I think Highland Park adult guys would have probably won the challenge this year. So here's the shout out to them to come back with it, but also some of you guys to see what you can do. We do want to thank, if we didn't already, Mars Hill for letting us host it there and have it this year. I believe we're going to do it in the new gym. So we've got a little bit more room in there, a little bit more comfortable stands. And so I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that that Mars Hill Heritage Grudge match, that team to get registered. I'm still waiting on the Central Wildcats and the Central Wildcats and Wilson Warriors, the police, the firefighters. And I'll just go ahead and throw this down right here. Let's just go ahead and get Florence High School and Muscle Shoals High School.
There you go.
Y'all send us some teams. We'll settle this thing on the dodgeball court. We will establish dominance. If you can't play all day, just come and face each other, and we'll just determine who the best is, So why not? I want to see one of our board members up here, one of my shepherds at Riverside, commented on my challenge for Mars Hill that he wants to watch the live stream just to see Dr. Rushing get hit with a dodgeball.
So what time are we kicking this thing off, Travis?
We will start with intros at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. We will intro our first matchup. And so if you register your team, you want to be there before 10 a.m. and get your mind wrapped around what kind of intro you're going to do, what kind of dance, what kind of choreographed deal, sparklers. Well, I don't know if we can have sparklers in the gym,
Maybe
but who knows? Who knows? I'm not going to ask any questions.
No fireworks or sparklers, but, dance moves, yes.
Yes.
Glow sticks. Glow sticks.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, we can do glow sticks.
Glow sticks. So if, like I said, we don't have a ton registered yet. We got a bunch of promises and commitments. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think the Defenders of Equal Rights is probably my pick to win this thing.
That's right.
Just take it. They've got the motivation.
Are you going to have all the same team back, Will? You can everybody?
I believe so. I think that pretty much everybody that was on it last year said they were game. But I've got a few guys that are mad that the girls beat them last year. So we'll see what happens. The guys may jump in. I think a few of my guys were real upset that we were playing with the, 2023 dodgeballs versus early 2000s dodgeballs where, somebody. And so I think they were a little frustrated at the softness of the overall tournament, so
they're soft.
Yeah.
So we'll see. They were coming up with every excuse in the book. So I think we've got at least two teams coming from the youth group. So hopefully we can at least take it this year.
So what I'm hearing is when you guys play them, we bring out the 2000-esque dodgeballs, but only let y'all throw them.
Bring it. Let's go.
Yes.
Just remind your girls, though, that don't get too cocky, because you know what happened to the U.S. women's soccer team here recently.
Yeah, so we're a little bit different than the U.S. women's soccer team. I love our country, but, we'll probably stay away from that before one of us gets, well, I don't think anybody would be upset with anything we would say about the situation.
I'm not sure that. But you are the Defenders of Equal Rights, so
that's right. We're doing our best.
But we're going to
pay all of our dodgeball teams equally.
That's right.
That's true.
We're not paying you anything. You're going to pay us, and we're going to.
You might get a wrench out of it, but that's it.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention as we close out, and maybe you guys haven't thought about this, but I have an individual challenge, and that is to raise so much money, and there are certain hoops that I will jump through. So any amount donated to me from here through Sunday after the dodgeball will enter you to win whatever your choice of merchandise from benandtravis.com/store. That will be on me. I will pay for it for you. So any kind of donation, I think it's $5 and up, will get you entered for that. And then I think we shoot for, I think it was 2,000. And then I will wear the Spider-Man outfit to run with basketball shorts on. I'm just going to throw that out there. Number 3, raise 3,000, and each person who donates, this is from last year, can pick an outfit, and we will add it to the Wheel of Will. We'll spin the Wheel of Will, and whatever it lands on, that's what I will wear. Last year, JoJo Bogle won, and I dressed as Forrest Gump. There are pictures to prove it.
And it was awesome.
I mean, I'm like, I really want to see you run as Forrest Gump again, because I think people are going to be looking for Forrest. So I'm just saying you got to run that way anyway. because people are going to be looking for you. But
Good thing you're not making the rules. Okay,
I'm not
number
making the
4.
rules up.
If I raise the full amount by Sunday after dodgeball tournament, I will get a tattoo commemorating being
Let's
5
go.
years removed from my leukemia diagnosis.
Let's go.
Those
But-
are the levels.
Just to set the rules, you get to pick the tattoo, not the people that donate.
Yes,
Right.
yes. No, I've already got an idea. So
Well, if you get to 3,000, who gets to pick? Oh, each person that donates it gets to pick the
they
outfit.
get to put one option on, and we spin the wheel.
Okay.
Do we get to live stream you getting the tattoo?
I'm down.
Let's go.
If it
I'm
works,
all
if they can
this.
do it. I'm
Dude,
down.
4,000, but you got to raise the 4,000 by the Sunday, right?
Yes. So I'm
Yeah.
setting it like 800 and
I mean,
something currently.
People gonna have to start putting some money in.
Yes.
But now, Travis,
Directly to Travis.
does this count on your share of the dodgeball money as well? So,
whatever, however it's split.
yeah, if
Let's
people
go.
don't
In.
Let's get some
And-
teams.
commit to the dodgeball, then that's just upping Travis's fund right there.
Yeah, that is including the split from the dodgeball, however much we raise that goes towards mine. So I'm thinking surely I'll hit $1,000.
Oh yeah.
I think
Let's
so
go.
already. So, but yeah, and Ben, you need to get yours together, bro. You
I know I
get
need
it
to put one together. I'm sorry. I'll be
Gotta put
thinking
it out
about it.
there. So we'll make it happen. If I get it before this drops, maybe I can drop it in the corner over here and people
There we
can
go.
see.
Man, if Ben could get a tattoo like during a Sunday morning sermon, like this would be incredible.
Good luck.
Probably get fired at that point.
Good luck. Good luck. Nobody wants to see that.
So the bat store is for sure one. I might have to think about some of the other ones, but I could probably do the number 1 the same. I wouldn't care to do number 3 the same for sure.
I think Ben's is number 4 is if he reaches 4,000, he just does the marathon. Like just keep going. He may not get a medal because he probably can't switch up at this point.
Yeah, no.
But he just has to keep going and do the marathon.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I'd rather get a tattoo.
I did want to mention before we leave that we are doing the dedication ball. It's not necessarily a memorial ball, but it's the dedication ball. Anybody that you know of that is struggling with cancer or dealt with cancer, we'd love to add them to our dodgeball with the names on it. We did that last year. It was pretty cool. So we would love to do that again. But yeah, benandtravis.com/dodgeball. That gets all your headquarters. You can register there, buy a t-shirt, donate, live stream, and you can see the highlight reel from last year. You can see Will's from downtown, St. Florine half quarter. And like it, love it. Come comment, watch the live stream, and we'll just have a great time on Saturday. And of course, if first
Just
things
come
first,
hang out.
pray for us. Success. I'm sorry.
I said, just come hang out. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
Just
no.
come hang out with us. It's gonna be fun times.
I think last year we had pizza. We bought some candy, and like I said, every proceed will go to St. Jude. Guys, y'all got anything else?
I don't think so. I'm just
August
looking forward to it.
August the 19th, 10 o'clock.
At Mars Hill. It's going down. Be
Mars Hill.
there or be square. Woo!
Thanks for being with us for this episode of the Helping Healing Humor podcast. Be sure to download our free ebook, 28 Days of Focused Living, at benandtravis.com and receive all of our Helping Healing and Humor extra content directly in your inbox. We look forward to having you join us at the same Ben and Travis time, same Ben and Travis channel.